All right, so let's talk about the traits that men find irresistible. Traits that men find attractive, but also which ones are the worst, right? Because there's a lot of positive traits that appear to be positive, but they're not. So we're going to be ranking these traits like masculinity, sense of humor, toughness, forgiving, chastity, as we're going to rank them in from S tier, which is really good, all the way to basura tier, which is D tier. We call basura tier, right? We're going to call it basura, right? Basura tier. And we're going to call it, we're going to call the red one mamacita. Mamacita tier. There you go. All right. So from basura tier to mamacita tier. Okay. So let's begin this. And if you guys like this type of content, let me know in the comment section. I usually make this for guys. A lot of women, the guys seem to like this type of stuff more. But let's see if you guys like it. Okay. It's the Christmas season, so let's do it. So the first one we're gonna do is chastity. Chastity is number one. Chastity is him trusting that you're not going to bang the whole football team. Him knowing that you're not going to cheat on him. Chastity is him knowing that you didn't bang everyone in the block. If you don't have chastity, a guy is not going to take you seriously. Chastity is the number one thing that guys look for in a woman when it comes to being with a woman long term. If you don't have chastity, if you're known as a hoe, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. If you're known as somebody who gets around, you're going to suffer with guys. They're not going to take you seriously, you know? All right, the next one is masculinity. Masculinity is a all the way basura tier. Ladies and gentlemen, a hint of masculinity is fine. But when you're known as a masculine woman who wears Timberlands and lives in the Bronx, right? That's not good, man. That's not good. Like, guys prefer a feminine woman over a masculine. The problem is that if you were raised in the hood, masculinity is something that was encouraged in women, where women are told, fight that bitch. Don't let that bitch talk to you like that. And so women are conditioned in the hood a lot of times to be masculine. You know what I mean? All because the guys in the hood are also kind of feminine. So masculinity is, in my opinion, the last trait you want to have as a woman. Because, well, not even the last trait, a trait that you don't want to over-identify with. Because it kind of turns guys off more than it turns them off. All right, the next one is forgiving. Nothing wrong with forgiving people. But when you forgive people too much, you lose respect. You got to learn how to have a long memory. And I know God said forgive those, but ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to say this Father Alex because it's blasphemous, but there are some things you can't forgive. Even God has sins he can't forgive. The blasphemy against the Holy Spirit is a sin that God doesn't forgive. So even God has his unforgivable. You got to have your unforgivable, right? And how do you know if the person is unforgivable? Well, the more you know them, the longer you've been with them, the more you can forgive them. The longer you've been with them, the more things you can forgive. The less you've been with them, the less you can forgive. So if your man cheated on you and you've been together for 50 years, I think that's forgivable. The next one, motherly traits. Mamacita tier. It's even in the name. A guy loves a woman who is gentle. There's nothing beautiful than seeing a woman with a puppy or a child. Like, it changes the way a woman looks to guys. The next one, femininity. Mamacita tier. If you want to develop femininity, practice daily meditation. I'm not kidding with you. Practice daily meditation, and it teaches you how to be more feminine, because it's more about allowing things to happen, right? It's more about being able to be supportive. It's more about having a relaxing presence, and meditation helps you achieve that. All right, let me make sure that the microphone is correct, because, okay, the next one, emotional intelligence. This one is A tier, S tier, mamacita tier. The reason why is because a woman who has low emotional intelligence goes Bronx mode on people. always trying to fight, can't control her emotions, develop drug habits, like develop addictions, it can never admit that they're wrong, can never self-reflect, comes with a certain level of self-awareness. If a woman doesn't have emotional intelligence, I'm fucked with her. I'm fucked. She's gonna take me to child support for out of spite. That type of shit. Next one, a masculine traits. That's different. Having a masculine personality, no. Having a masculine trait, A tier. A to the motherfucking tier. You could be the most feminine woman, but if you have masculine habits, a guy will see like a spark in you. It's almost like you become more charismatic as a woman. A tier. Being willing to walk, let's not even go there with this one. Extrovertedness. It's C tier. Guys prefer a woman who is more introverted than extroverted. Because a guy would trust an introverted woman more than an extroverted. You talk too much. You can meet a cool guy. You can cheat on me. You're way too social. I prefer a woman, most guys prefer a woman who doesn't talk that much, who has a limited social circle. In fact, the less friends you have, the better. Not that you don't have friends, but that you have less acquaintances, because people cheat with acquaintances more than close friends. Next one is having power in life. Fuck that. Basura tier. You having power will ruin your relationships. I'm telling you. You having more power in life, having a higher social status will actually hurt you more in your relationships with guys than help you. If you think it helps you, it's because you're projecting. That's what you like in a guy. Next one, jealousy. Jealousy is B tier. A guy likes a woman who's jealous of him, but not too much jealous of him to the point where he ends up on law and crime, right? You got to have some jealousy for your guy. It's important. It's flattering, actually. It's cute, but not too much, so that's why it's B tier. The next one, toughness. We don't need Bronx mode, all right? We don't need Bronx mode. We like a tough woman, but we don't need Bronx mode. Boss bitch, telling you boss bitch, it just doesn't help. Like having, and it sucks because women who are really successful in life suffer. Financially successful women, they suffer. You know what I mean? They do. So I put that as basura tier. Listen, it's hypocritical. I know. It's really hypocritical. And it sucks for women, but that's how it is. Next one is a woman with an integrated shadow side. That is A tier. A woman with an integrated shadow side knows how to laugh at dark things. In fact, processes negative emotions better. A woman with an integrated shadow is an excellent mother. Excellent mother, excellent partner, excellent friend, fun to be around. Everything that's positive about that. Next one is sense of humor. A woman with a sense of humor. I've known women with a sense of humor. I like it. I like it a lot. It's not necessary, but it's a plus, right? Truly, it's not necessary. But if you're funny, that's really good. Like, because you rare. This is a truth, lady. It's very rare to meet a. I'm sorry if I sound sexist, okay? I really do, right? Maybe I have a different sense of humor, but it's very rare to meet a genuinely funny woman. Like, it's really rare. Humor was made to woo women, right? So it's kind of like it's very rare that you meet a woman who's actually funny. I'm sorry if I sound sexist. It's my fault, right? The next one is playfulness. Playfulness is, in my opinion, what will help you long-term in a relationship. If you notice, the top ones are the ones that help you long-term the most. So a woman who's playful can laugh about a lot of things. She can laugh about politics. She can laugh about relationships. She can laugh about how she looks. She could laugh about her political beliefs. Like, if you're a feminist, I have to make fun of your feminist. I want to be able to make fun of your political beliefs because that's how I am, right? I make Hitler jokes. I make racist jokes. I'm sorry, that's how I am. I have a dark sense of humor. So a woman who's playful is more. It has an easier time with relating with different forms of sense of humors. Me, I'm a playful person. So if I date a woman and she makes fun of my political beliefs, I don't mind. I like being playful. It's also playful about life itself, not taking things seriously, not taking criticism seriously, not taking things personal, right? The next one is financially successful. I'm telling you, it's C tier, because a guy, it hurts if you're actually in debt. So it helps to be financially successful. We're not talking about being powerful. We're not talking about being boss bitch. Financially successful actually helps in a relationship. But the only issue, we're not saying that you make more than a guy, right? Like, that's a little different. If you make more than the guy, you gotta lie, man. I'm sorry. Like, guys are just so insecure about that, Honesty, A tier, S tier. I mean, mamacita tier. Can be hanging around with a lie. Introvert, B tier, right? Honestly, the best kind is a mix of both, right? Intro and extro. In my opinion, that is mamacita tier, where you have both. I've met women who are shy, who are introverted, but also know how to be extroverted. I genuinely, I loved those are the exes that I really love bringing around people, because I know they're quiet, but if you're in a place, I know they can make conversation with anyone, right? It's truly a cool thing to be around people like that. The next one is being too accommodating. That's C tier. All right. Actually, we go with B tier because you want to be accommodating, but not too accommodating with people. Kindness, A tier, can be too kind. You got to have a little bit of harshness to your personality also. So I will put this with B tier, because you also have to have a harsh side. And I only say that because when it's A tier, when it's mamacita tier, it means you don't need nothing else. That stands alone in and of itself. Kindness is something that you have to have only with a mix of harshness. Being willing to also turn off the kindness for harshness. I'm going to erase loyalty because that's actually one. Securely attached. This one will prevent you from getting played. And this one, a guy has a harder time manipulating you, and is actually, guys will fall for you more often than not. And securely attached guys don't respect that. They don't respect that. You're the one that chases all the time. You're the nice girl. Having skills, being good at something is attractive. Having any kind of skill is attractive to a guy. On top of the fact, having athletic skills, we go with A tier. Let me tell you something, man. I don't know why women who play basketball look hot. I don't know. There's something about a woman dribbling the basketball. I wasn't going to say ball. Dribbling the basketball, but I already said it. That they just look attractive. The shorts, even women who play soccer. I don't know. Like, women just look attractive when they're playing soccer and they're playing physical. I don't know. It's every guy that I know finds basketball women who play sports attractive. Volleyball player, come on, man, get the fuck out of here. Next one is being pre-selected by guys. When other guys know they like you, it's a B tier. But it's, for example, if this was for guys, I would put this in Papi Chulo tier, right? But for women, guys don't give a fuck. If I don't find you attractive, but other people like you, guys liking you is not gonna make me like you. Plain and simple, right? Guys don't work that way. They're visual. They're not social as much. And the last one is being willing to walk away. Mamacita tier. This is, if you're not willing to walk away, everything here pretty much is useless. You're just going to suffer. Being willing to walk away allows a guy to know that you have value. You have options. You're not the only thing that I want. I have other options. All right. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget, we're having 50% off all of our courses using the coupon code BLACK. And if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, you could use that code BLACK to get 20% off. Let me know what other type of video where I rank these types of videos I should make. I actually like it. If you guys don't like it, I won't make it, because for guys it's different. Women may not like this type of content. So let's find out.